This feeling, like something is waiting for us down here.
You've a knack for ominous statements, lad.
What kind of something?
I'm not sure. Something powerful.
Whatever you feel, boy, we will handle it. We have come this far, yes?
Yes, Father.
Here we go. Time to do all 9 Valkyries again. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Definitely save it one last time before going in. Alright, let's do this.
A Valkyrie? Imprisoned? She actually did it.
A Valkyrie? But I thought they were just spirits.
Take caution, lads. A Valkyrie in the flesh. I can't think of a more formidable
Oh, I didn't see
opponent.
you there before.
She does not attack.
Does she even know we're here?
She's about to. Yeah, I'm not wasting it on this one. Nope.
On my way!
She just whooped my ass. 6 ways to Sunday. That's the only problem with those axes. You can't actually throw them. They're attached to a chain, so you can only throw them so far.
Focus up, boy.
Get him, doggy. Get him. Oh shit. Shit. Yeet. Here, kick the rock.
Everything's okay back there?
Yeah, no, I'm using it.
You'll be okay.
Come here, lady. Oh my god, it's hard. They actually say they're the hardest, even over the like actual campaign, like the person you face in the campaign. They say that these are actually harder than that. Yeah, it's probably my best option. Alright, ready, buddy?
No, give me that dinner first.
No, 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 no. Alright, let's do this. Ow! How do you like it? Douche?
You don't look too good.
Hang on!
Good if I die in exactly the way.
You got lucky. Sorry, not ready.
Ah! Yeah, definitely harder than what it was last game. Then, granted, I did have it on easy. Actually, no, when I faced her, it was on normal before I switched it, wasn't it? The first three I faced before I switched to the normal. I mean, before I switched to the easy. I will get it, though. I will. I will get it. does have pretty high damage. Y'all good? Yep, we're going with Murder Crows. No, you dumbass. I just accidentally saved it new. Luckily, it doesn't necessarily matter, but... Oh, here we go. This person is perfect, dude. freeze, just freeze.
It's gonna be alright.
I'm coming to you!
I got a couple more hits.
They got lucky.
Yachty. Rip her wings off. Yep. Give me it. That's brutal. You literally rip her wings off. While she's alive.
You have freed me from my corrupted form. You have my eternal gratitude. But my sisters remain trapped as I was. Take my helm. Find them. Free them. The fate of the Valkyries rests on your shoulders.
The fate of the Valkyries.
Sounds pretty important.
That's putting it mildly, lad.
What do you know of them?
A fair question, and yet not one easily answered. I know more than most, but much of their history is veiled in secrecy. My own experience with the Valkyries ends with my imprisonment.
You are avoiding the question ahead.
As I said, brother, it's complicated. I don't know why or how they become such wretched creatures, but perhaps if we can free more of them.
You want us to fight more of those things?
The fate of the Valkyries, lad. A more worthy endeavor there is not.
It will be dangerous.
Well, that hasn't stopped you before, eh? That's the spirit. What now then? Maybe Freya ought to have a look at the boy.
No, I feel better now. I just needed to catch my breath. Where do we go next?
Well, now that we've got the Giant's Chisel, we need to learn the travel rune to Jotunheim, so we can carve it into that special gateway atop the peak, and open realm travel to the land of the Giants.
You don't know it?
Alas, no. But the Serpent did mention that the Giants had entrusted that secret to Tyr.
Isn't Tyr dead?
Aye, but his hidden boat is very much in reach. The Norse had submerged in the lake for generations until our snake friend shifted his weight. There we shall find the fabled Black Rune of Jotunheim.
What's got you all bum-fuzzled over there? Get going! Suit yourself. Sure, I'm open. Was that all there is?
began with Balder.
He just knocked on our door.
Balder of Asgard just knocked on your door.
Yeah, he just showed up and started a fight. He said he wanted to know something. He said, I know what you are.
Oh, well, we'll circle back to that later. What exactly did he want to know?
I was on the floor by then.
He said I already knew what he wanted. Perhaps he mistook me for another.
That's quite interesting.
You must like the heat, Brock.
Heat's damned useful in my line of work. Even makes space itself more pliable. Take those magic doors you love so much. Round here they all go right to one another. No prod for old Brock. Go up yonder and wake some up, you'll see. Getting around moose pools a cinch. As long as you don't end up cooked.
Wow. It's hot here. But is that snow?
Ash. It only falls like that for great fires.
The whole realm is a great fire. The source of fire itself.
My controller's acting up. Crap, where's my box? Is your phone plugged in? Good, I'm borrowing your box. I really just plug your charger back in? Okay. Back to it.
And all the sun and stars, if legend is to be believed.
Should we believe? I mean, we're here, and we're not on fire.
Not yet.
Well, you know, I suppose it's cooled considerably since the dawn of creation, hasn't it? Niflheim isn't exactly ice these days either. It's in the nature of things. Extremes are tempered by time. Fires burn colder, men grow old and grey, heads are chopped off and attached to belts. Such is life.
Okay, Mimir.
Another one here.
This one's called Surtur. Must be a fire giant.
Aye, the first and original.
He makes a flaming sword.
A weapon of legend.
He fights Thor and Odin. But is that the past or the future?
That may be a matter of perspective.
you're talking. What the fuck ever?
Listen. I hear a voice.
Another elf?
I don't think so. It's coming from up there. The voice! It's just around this corner. Oh. It's a great big sword. The gate's closed.
Prepare yourself, boy.
Yes, sir.
More behind you! Another wave on the left!
A little crazy. Woo! Right! Treasure time!
Wouldn't it be nice to find some incense just once? The smell of brimstone gets old quickly.
Be ready, boy.
I am. More dragons! So, nobody lives here, do they?
Only a fire giant could be at home here. And according to prophecy, we won't see them again till Ragnarok.
So what do you think, Mimir? What does Baldur want with us?
Well, let's look at what we know. Baldur is Odin's finest tracker bar none. If he wants you, you have to consider the possibility that Odin wants you.
So work it
And
is.
as for what Odin wants, on this I have some expertise.
What could we have that Odin doesn't? He's like the king of gods.
Of the Aesir, aye. But his reach is not unlimited. And where he cannot reach, he is preoccupied with going. He's certainly tortured me enough about it over the years.
Son? smile's armor enough, but why take chances? And don't be letting that spit-fister of a brother of mine lay hands on it again. See you next, where's I see you.
So, Odin wants to go where he can't reach. Are you saying he's trying to get to Jotunheim too?
Aye. It ranks among his foremost obsessions.
But that doesn't make any sense, Mimir.
Oh? When did I stop making sense?
You're saying Baldur tracked us down to find the way to Jotunheim. But that was before we knew Jotunheim is where we needed to go. That's crazy.
Except for one thing. You are headed for Jotunheim, so he was right.
I'm so confused.
Well then, clearly you've been listening.
Wow. There's another sword. This must be the next challenge.
I gotta shut my mic off for a while, so you won't hear me talking, guys. Five minutes? Are you kidding me?
begins.
Here we go. Here we go. breathing in ash.
Imagine breathing it in from your throat stump.
I really can't. Oh, wow. It's a lava waterfall. It's a lava fall.
Yes, this isn't at all terrifying, is it?
Another sword. I wonder how many of these there are. Oh, it's 6. The voice says 6.
While you normally upgrade your weapon with materials you get by playing the main story, for the final upgrade you need to find something different. In this video I will tell you how to upgrade your weapon, but of course this video will contain spoilers for the end game, so if you don't want to see it, come back later. You're still here? Okay then, let's take a look at the final upgrades for your 2 weapons in this video. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. Let's start with the final upgrade for your Blades of Chaos, since there are actually some skills hidden behind this final upgrade. While with the Leviathan Axe we are of course looking at a level 6 upgrade for no need skills, but still an upgrade in 15 strength. While with the Blades of Chaos you get 15 extra runic. So I already touched on the Muspelheim realm in my video about the fire armor set, since you can get those armor pieces from the challenges in that realm. Well, the material you need to upgrade your Blades of Chaos is from the final challenge you will find there. It is against a Valkyrie boss that can be a pain, especially if you are not a high level. I was level 7 when I took her on and I still had some trouble. I will share some tips on how to kill her a little later in this video, but first, before you can reach her, you need to complete all the arenas, and I already shared tips on arena 1 to 4 in my fire armor video, so I thought it was also nice to share some quick tips on arena 5 that you need to complete in order to reach the Valkyrie in arena 6. For the first challenge in arena 5, it's all about killing enemies to extend the time that it's running down, so I would focus on the easy to kill enemies first, and then in the first round turn to the night. For the second round, first focus on the nightmares, and then on the other enemies. I use the arrows from my son to kill the nightmares off pretty easily, and for the final round you want to kill the other enemies first as well, and then keep throwing your axe on the weak spot of the ancient, and you should kill it off easily. The final challenge can be tricky. Here you can't be hit, so I threw my axe a lot at the incoming enemies, and also used the shock arrows from Atreus to stun them. In the the second round, there will be ranged enemies. Again, use the arrows from your son and also the axe to kill them off pretty easily. Stand against the wall, so no enemies are in the back shooting projectiles at you while you hold your shield up. And then for the final round, again, throw your axe a lot of times, use the stun from your son, and you should be fine. Getting into the rage mode will, of course, also help during this challenge. And then you're at the final challenge, Gondol. So, like I said, I was level 7 when I reached this challenge. Actually had the mist armor equipped for this fight. I got a video up on this armor as well that you can watch by clicking on the screen. As this Gondol is a Fire Valkyrie, using your frost abilities is extremely powerful. I use the axe at all times and focused on hitting my Wrath of the Frost Agent rune that I've fully upgraded. If you don't have this rune yet, you can get it from the side quest Vania's Ward in a room filled with some water. There's a chest there, open it to get the rune. And I also used the River of Knives rune that you get as part of the main story missions. So first engage, and then Gondol will dodge away, but he will come to you, and then I used my Ice Beam to damage her a ton. Use your son's shock arrows in the meantime as well. She has this pattern where she will first create fire on the ground, and then after that jump up, and then you want to run or dodge at the right time. Holding your shield will not work, because then she will jump on you and deal a ton of damage. I found out that running away was the easiest way to ignore this ability, because if you do not dodge at the right time, she will still jump on you and deal a ton of damage. As for when she is in the air, you can use shock arrows to bring her down. That's really nice. And of course, don't stand in the fire. And she also has this attack where she will fly up and then charge some sort of shock wave. Here you want to stand as far away from her, because then you can dodge it. Otherwise, it will even go through your shield. So yes, focus on your rune cooldowns. Make sure that you can do them in front of her. You can also use your son's attacks to sort of trap her, and then use the beam so she cannot get away. And maybe a little bit obvious, but a resurrection stone to get back on your feet when you die is of course also really needed. I hope that with these tips you can take her out, because then you get the Raging Inferno Musselheim item that you can then take to the shop to buy the Chaos Flame in the resource section. And here we'll see the Frozen Flame as well, and that is of course needed to upgrade your Leviathan Axe. And for that item you need the Chilling Mist of Nilfheim. So obviously you can get this material in the realm Nilfheim. Here you will find a chest that requires 5,000 Mist Echoes in order to open it. But first you need to complete Ivaldi's Workshop, that side quest where you simply have to retrieve 500 Mist Echoes. And if you're not familiar with how the Mist system works, then you will see a timer that goes down all the time, and in that time you want to retrieve as much loot as possible, but you only get it if you get out of the mist without dying, because if you die you lose all the loot you got during your run. So that is what you want to do, get some echoes and then return to the start of the realm, to the shop, to get them in your inventory. For the first 500 echoes, you can easily just go to the beginning area, kill those enemies, loot the chest, get out of the mist, and do this over and over again until you got the 500. And then you can return to the dwarf, then go to the workshop that is like also in the beginning area, and here you will find a ton of chests that you can loot for some nice rewards. And in this area there will be some locked chests as well, but you want to open this one, and then you get the material you need to bring back to the shop to buy the Frozen Flame to upgrade your axe to the final level. But yeah, getting the 5,000 Mist Echoes is easier said than done. I recommend that you choose your fights wisely. Of course, get to a nice level as well. When you are level 6 or level 7, it will be way easier to get these echoes than if you are a lower level. But even if you are level 7, it's smart to think, can I take on these enemies, and otherwise just skip them, because there are a ton of ways to get the Mist Echoes without engaging in a fight. Most of the times in the parts where you have to dodge the traps, there will be a treasure in the middle of that. There will also be a chest in the sort of middle area of the mist with a lot of echoes, and here you have to hit the bells fast after each other. Do the most difficult bell first, and then switch to the ones that are easier to hit to then open the chest. Because of course you don't want to like spend a lot of time here, because the timer is running down as well. And only return when you think, okay, I got enough, and I already like completed sort of the beginning areas of the mist. Because if you take too much risk, you will end up with nothing. And you can better do that when you are at a higher level, because then you can take on the enemies pretty easily. I got both the 5,000 Echoes and the Blade of Chaos upgrade when wearing the Mist armor. So go to check out the video on a more in-depth look at that set. how you can get it, etc. Subscribe for way more God of War tips and tricks, update videos, and more. Drop a like to support the channel, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.
Kratos. So as crazy as it sounds, every single yellow marking that you see painted throughout the world was put there by her. And going through it a second time, it's fascinating to think about how she undeniably knew that apart from her passing, that first handprint alone would be enough to set everything in motion. And I absolutely love how even though you can see the effects of cutting down that particular tree pretty clearly later on, the change that occurs is very subtly hinted at much earlier.
Father?
What?
Nothing changed. The forest feels different.
Everything is different, boy. Try not to dwell on it.
Yes, sir.
And that's one of the awesome things that this game does a lot of. And what's great is that you most likely won't catch it your first time through. But anyways, after discovering that Faye was the one who left all of those yellow markings, you'd be safe to assume that she could indeed tell the future. But you might be wondering, how deep did her foresight really go? Well, if you look closely during your first fight with Baldur, you can get a pretty good sense of just that. As you can see, there's a monument on which one of the very last stages of the game is displayed right before your very eyes. And ironically, it depicts the very last fight that you'll have with Baldur. It's quite honestly very easy to miss, even your second time through, but if you can't catch a glimpse of it, don't worry, there's also a much clearer version of this very same painting located in Jotunheim. And now, back to Baldur. This is again where that sense of dramatic irony really starts to play in. This is because when you meet him for the first time, it feels like he specifically came for Kratos. After all, Kratos is a Greek god who naturally doesn't belong in the realm of Norse mythology. However, upon finishing the game and going through it a second time, it's much easier to pick up on.
God of War has some awesome unique items that you might have overlooked, so I want to highlight one of them in this video that is really powerful in combination with some endgame gear. So yeah, spoilers for the endgame of God of War, you are warned. Okay then, if you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. While normally in RPG style of games, the stuff you find in the shop is not that interesting, and in God of War there is no games, so let's talk about a blue item that I completely overlooked. But this item does open up a lot of awesome possibilities, especially for a build that I'm using right now that focuses a lot on that. It's called 3,000 unbound potential that has 17 runic and 15 events on the max level of level 7 after full upgrades. But it's of course all about the special ability letting you refresh all runic attack cooldowns, and it also has a test runic when a runic attack now, that is pretty much as well because they know that even their next attack or this one will have its power. But of course, the main thing is that you can refresh all your runic attack cooldowns. So that basically means that you can use a runic attack, then do the talisman, and then immediately do that runic attack again against enemies with a lot of health, for example, like a traveler. But of course, it would be smarter to use it when a lot of your runic attacks are on cooldown, so you can then do your routine over again.
The amazing God of War 2018 is now available on PC, which means I have another excuse to talk about one of my favorite games of all time again. There are a lot of things to do and discover in this game, so in this video we will give you tips on which activities to complete, what mechanics and rewards you should pay attention to, and how to get some of the best gear in the game. So whether you're just here for a refresher or if you're jumping in for the first time, I hope you'll learn something new from this video, and with that out of the way, let's go. And it might seem like an obvious first tip, but I definitely recommend following the story before you try and explore the whole map. Not only is the story filled with amazing moments and boss fights, but you will unlock a lot of useful items through story progression, and some will allow you to solve puzzles or open pathways that you previously couldn't. So if you're busy exploring and feel like you're stuck on a puzzle, there's a high chance that's because you don't have the item you need to complete it yet. Plus, the story will unlock a lot of locations for you to explore as well. Your adventures with Kratos and Atreus will take you to other realms than Midgard, and the ability to travel between realms is also tied to story progression. Plus, some specific realms also unlock after events in the story, so once again there are rewards in the game that require you to reach a certain point in the story to access them. But it's not just new locations and items to discover, you will also find the upgrade material for your main weapon, the Leviathan axe, at some points during the story. Not only does upgrading your axe give you extra damage, it also unlocks the next tier in your skill tree, giving you access to new combos and abilities, like a secondary stance which makes the axe much stronger against groups of enemies. You unlock skills with experience which you gain from combat or by completing quests. Now, even though focusing on the main story path will get you lots of useful items, it's still smart to explore the areas you visit for extra chests you might otherwise miss. And you can tell by the type of chest what kind of reward will be in it. As a general rule of thumb, the fancier the chest looks, the better the reward. Wooden chests will mostly contain hack silver, your main currency, whereas stone chest will contain upgrade materials, and ornate chests reward things like armor or a new runic attack, which are the special attacks you can slot on your weapons. And by the way, if you liked the video so far, it would be awesome if you could leave a like, as it really helps the channel out, and subscribe if you don't want to miss our next video. Now, let's get back to looting, because there is one other type of chest that requires a bit more effort to open, but that is certainly worth your time. These special Nornir chests all require you to solve a puzzle to open them, but they will contain either an Apple of Eden or a Horn of Bloodmead. Collecting 3 apples will upgrade your maximum health, and collecting 3 horns will upgrade your maximum rage, so definitely something to look out for. For these puzzles, the solution is mostly linked to the runes on the actual chest itself, so see if you can find similar runes or something that activates them in the environment and check what you can do with them. And when in doubt, throwing your axe is always a safe bet. And if you want to be as strong as possible during your journey through the Norse realms, it's always smart to check in with the dwarves Brock and Sindri when you come across them. They will serve as your vendors for the game, and at given points in the story, which is usually when you reach a new location, they will upgrade their inventory with better armors and other gear for you to buy. They also offer upgrades and armors for Atreus, or as Kratos likes to call him, boy, which are very useful and should not be overlooked. Another useful thing the dwarves will sell you after a bit of story progression are resurrection stones, which can be a literal lifesaver during a difficult encounter. Having one of these in your inventory means you can call for Atreus as your health hits 0, so he can come running in and revive you. You can only carry one of these at a time and it gets consumed if you use it to revive, but having one really can come in clutch if you just need to get in a few more hits on a boss or if you are close to completing a difficult encounter. And speaking of difficult encounters, if you like to challenge yourself, then there are a lot of activities in this game that will not only give you a satisfying challenge, but also some great rewards. First of all, there are 2 optional realms, Muspelheim and Niflheim, which you need to unlock by finding the special chest with a mask floating in front of them that contain language ciphers. Collecting 4 of a kind will open up travel to the corresponding realm. And you will come across some of these chests during the main story too, so if you keep paying attention to them, you should have most ciphers by the end of the game. But if you have trouble finding them, we will leave a link to a video with all the locations in the video description, and it goes for the other topics mentioned in this video too, so just check there if you have trouble finding something. And then it's really up to you which realm you want to tackle first, as both of them have some rewards that are very much worth chasing. Muspelheim is basically a gauntlet of combat challenges where completing a challenge lets you climb further up the mountain to reach a final boss. And don't worry, progress doesn't reset, so if you complete the first challenge, you can always start at the second one. Each challenge offers a different objective. Some are very straightforward, like killing 100 enemies, and others require a bit more effort, like killing enemies without getting hit yourself. And these challenges will also reward you with some unique materials that will allow you to craft new, very powerful Muspel-themed armor sets with some appropriately fiery buffs and even some very powerful runic attacks. Niflheim, on the other hand, offers up a completely different challenge. In this realm, you will enter a maze-like gauntlet of traps and enemies to collect a resource known as Mist Echoes. The fog in this realm is deadly if you expose yourself for too long, however, so you are on a timer while navigating this maze, and if you die, you will lose all of your Mist Echoes. So I'd recommend, especially if you're entering for the first time, that it's better to run back to safety with a small amount than to die while trying to collect more of these Mist Echoes. And this material is then used to buy one of the 3 Nifl-themed armor sets, which are very powerful and also improve your resistance to the cursed mist so you can stay out longer. And another thing you need Mist Echoes for are the reward chests locked in the central chamber of the maze. And both of these locations are actually required for my favorite endgame questline, the Valkyries. There are 8 of these hidden throughout the world, and you will need to beat all of them in combat to continue this questline. Most of them hide in hidden chambers marked by this mirror-like rock that requires a story-related item to open, but one of them can actually be found at the top of the mountain in Muspelheim, and one is hidden within the Niflheim maze. Defeating all of them will allow you to unlock a final boss fight, which is really challenging, arguably the hardest one in the game, but this questline gives you a ton of rewards, including a great armor set and a pommel for your axe. So if you're up for a bit of a challenge, I highly recommend going after these after finishing the story. That final fight is so good. But if being curb stomped into the ground by an angry winged Valkyrie seems a bit too daunting, and to be honest, who can blame you, there are a lot of other side quests you can complete that are a bit more laid back. 2 in particular I'd recommend are the questlines for the dwarves Brock and Sindri. They will take you to a lot of interesting locations, and at the end you get all the materials you need to craft another amazing armor set, so it's definitely worth your time as well. Another thing worth chasing, although it's not entirely its own questline, are the dragons that are chained up in the world. Now you might be wondering why you would go around freeing dragons, and the answer to that would be the dragon tears they give you when you free them. This is a unique material that you need to upgrade the Shattered Gauntlet of the Aegis Talisman that you can eventually turn into your very own Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, you heard that right. This talisman is one big reference to the MCU, and back when the game was released on PlayStation, Jordan already made a video on it, so if you want the full details on how to get that, I recommend giving it a watch. And in general, upgrading your gear is a good idea for multiple reasons. First of all, upgrading a piece of gear will upgrade the stats and the level on an item. Levels are pretty important because your power level, which is displayed above
over here on the map, and when fighting the Traveler at the end of the dungeon, you will receive this item. But then you will have to upgrade it, and that requires some dragon tears that you get by freeing the 3 dragons on the map. You'll need another dragon tear though, but first you can find the dragons over here on the map and have to, of course, destroy the 3 shrines to free them, and also get one dragon that you can get to loot the tear. They can go back to the shop to upgrade the talisman to level 8, and then you get 3 socket options to get the special upgraded ability, but only 6 gems will work. We got the Muspelheim Eye of Power you can buy in the Muspelheim shop. We got one that you can get pretty early on, called Valkyrie's Souls. This one is from the Deus Ex Malachite Favor quest, where you can also get another great talisman I already talked about in another video. 2 of the gems can be found from the Valkyries, namely Ivaldi's Corrupted Mind you get from All Run, you can find in Alfheim, and you also get one from Roda in Helheim, called Asgard's Shard of Existence. And there's also one missable called Eye of the Outer Realm you get at the end of the Escape from Helheim mission in the hidden chamber there, but sadly there's no way to return to this one, so if you missed it, you sadly cannot get it anymore. And the final gem you can use is from the Valkyrie Queen, called Njord's Temporal Stone. So choose the 3 you want to equip onto your fully upgraded talisman, and you can feel like Thanos from Infinity War. I would prefer the healing from Eggar's protection though, but for offensive use, I think this one is actually pretty good. Totally subscribe for way more God of War content. I got some awesome videos coming your way. Check for example my video on a hidden puzzle that unlocks a very special, unique gear.
Ready?
Red.
There is no failure in training. We can surpass it with practice.
Sure. Or we could go back to
A fair point.
We go again.
Sir! Run! Behind! hands are so sweaty I can barely grip the bow.
Well, my nose itches.
Found the next sword.
Ready?
Oh, you meant the boy, of course.
Some back here. Fire from behind.
Prepare yourself, boy.
Yes, sir. froze my arm here. Okay, my eyes are stinging now. My throat hurts.
Well, it wouldn't be a challenge without a little challenge, would it?
Be ready, boy.
I am.
Nicely done.
Here they come.
I'm ready.
Once more.
Let's do it.
Again.
Why not?
One more time.
Okay, I'm ready. usually get nervous when we climb. But don't slip.
I strongly concur.